Welcome back to AM Northwest. Here to share a vintage collection from a pediatrician's estate, plus offer advice on what parents can do and what they should be keeping. We welcome back antique appraiser Gary Germer. Great to see you,
Good
Gary.
too. Thanks, Helen.
Okay, so while the average person is not going to have this, a lot of people do keep so many things from our children, and maybe they're grown out of the nest, all of that. What are some tips for parents who are thinking about what to keep, what to toss, what to make sure the kids take?
Well, of course, obviously anything sentimental, but as far as what's going to go up in value, what I've seen consistently throughout the years is pop culture. Kids tend to collect their childhood.
Sure.
So our parents collected Shirley Temple and Cats and Jammer kids. You ask a 25-year-old today,
no,
they have no idea who Shirley Temple was,
Sure.
except maybe a politician had one kid tell me.
Well, he was right.
Yeah, to a degree. And then, and so people tend to, when they get in their 20s and 30s and into their 40s, will collect back their childhood. So anything, if your kids are going off, save the toys that are in excellent condition, any kind of music, videos and whatnot. Oddly enough, kids are collecting, and this might be something when you're cleaning your parents' house, Polaroid pictures.
Oh.
And slides, the old slides our parents used to have. And the reason is because, especially if it's like scenes at the family vacation at a theme park, it's a snapshot of time.
Sure.
And so people like to collect those kinds of things. So most anything that can take people back to a certain period that they can relate to.
Yeah.
If you get much beyond your grandparents' generation, then it becomes a history lesson and you have to research it.
Yeah,
and so
absolutely.
less chance to do it.
Now you're working on this estate of a pediatrician who passed a while back, and there's some amazing things here I've never seen before. So show me some of these just so we can get a hint of history.
Well, we're going to have a sale coming this weekend, and it's, I don't know quite, this is maybe 1 to 2% of the collection. He collected anything to do with babies. And so all of this is baby related and feeding type of things. Of course, different generations of bottles, baby bottles as
wow, look at that.
and some doll things, old antique rattles and feeders.
Oh, is that what those are?
Yeah. And the teething rings in front have a little rattle on them.
Oh, wow.
They just not to. These here are medicine feeders. You can tip it up and you can kind of see where you'd hold your thumb over the end that I'm holding.
Right.
And the medicine would go inside and you can put your thumb over it. It would hold it in, stick it in the baby's mouth, let go, and it would go down their throat to make them take their castor oil or their medicine.
Wow.
I was going to try it out on my cat, but it didn't work on him.
You know, it never works on cats. I don't know what you do about cats.
No.
That's a whole nother story.
He was a bottle collector. These are all infant feeders that predate. These are the oldest things, and really the only thing of serious value on the table are these two. These are infant feeders from about the Revolutionary War period, late 1700s. Transferware, it's on ceramic and whatnot. I'm not quite sure how they cleaned them. You know, 'cause
Good point.
You know, they're just you know, you had to clean them up pretty good.
Okay, so this would be, you would fill this up with whatever was being fed, and then it would come out this way into the baby's mouth.
Right, and you could still kind of use your thumb to guide how fast it would come out too if you wanted to.
I see.
But yeah, that's what these are. The glass ones came out at the end of the 19th century when everybody was all worried about everything hygienic. I have like 800 of these.
Wow.
All from different companies, and they would be like this. You'd put the milk in it here, but when you fed the baby, you would have this little nipple that would go into it.
Oh, I see.
And of course, the rubber pieces never survived.
No.
And so, or rarely survived, obviously.
Yeah.
But and that was how you fed your babies before you had baby bottles.
Right. Wow. And then tell me, what are these?
These
they're
are
like little teapots or something.
They're invalid feeders. And so, if you're sick in bed, and this is more for adults, it could do children. This one is like with a red cross on it, is World War I era. You'd put broth or some thin soup or something in there, and so the person who's in bed, you could feed them without using the spoon that would spill it all over them.
I see.
And those are invalid feeders.
Huh.
And who wouldn't want one?
Yeah. I don't know, a little rum and Coke.
Yeah.
You know, something like that.
Yeah.
They're kind of cute, actually.
They're kind of a fun thing, and
Yeah.
and obviously they came in all kinds of materials: porcelain, metal, glass, whatnot.
Okay, then tell me about these dishes here.
Now the baby plates, these were all baby plates. At one time, every baby had to have one. Had the ABC alphabet around it, so the baby could learn that, and it would have a picture on the bottom. And part of the theory was to get the child to eat his porridge. You ate down till you could see your cartoon character at the bottom of it, or the story.
That's funny because there are. My husband has a baby plate from when he was a baby. Obviously, I don't have one, but that's not a thing that people do anymore, is it? Like they have plates for their babies, a commemorative plate.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's a shower gift probably, but I don't see it as like they used to use them as much as they do. And they were a fun thing to. I think they're a fun thing to collect.
Yeah.
They make a cute display. They're colorful. And they're not expensive. I mean, these are all everything here is under $50. Most of it's under $30.
Wow.
And so you can collect it.
Over here?
And these are all old baby formula containers, and how they used to sell, pablum or whatnot in the different types. This is my favorite. It's the one that shows how bone marrow, the fat for infants. So it was full of bone marrow to feed your child.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Kind of greasy and weird, but it was.
Well, don't hold back. Don't hold back your feelings about that one.
Obviously, I got too much of it when I was a baby, by the way I look now.
Well, let's go back to, so the average person, one of the things, though, is parents tend to hang on to everything that their kids used while they were growing up. But then it needs to go to that child, the adult child.
Right.
And at some point, it seems like nowadays, most adult children don't want half the stuff.
It's true.
Minus some of the toys, I think.
True.
Right?
True. And kids don't see, and part of it, I think, is our culture's changed.
Yeah.
Our
don't wanna hang on to stuff.
Our parents set beautiful tables and all that, and now they don't do that as much, dinner parties and stuff like that. But if they will hang on to their electronics and, like I said, vinyl records
like
and
the
vintage
vinyl
clothes
and
and
that
stuff like
kind of
that,
stuff,
does sell. That's what they do want. And of course, if we knew for sure what was going to be valuable in 30 years, I would be a multimillionaire. But because it all changes with culture.
It sounds like the parents need to say, "Come and pick your stuff up in the garage," or it goes into,
And if you're going to
donated.
save stuff, save, of course, what's sentimental, but also what's in excellent condition.
Yeah.
Because you can have something that's collectible, but if it's beat up, it's worth $5. If it's in excellent condition, it can be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, absolutely. Great advice, Gary Germer.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.